Hey everyone, it's another mail call and there's lots of cool books in this one. Welcome back to Still Only 35 Cents. This is issue 7 and today we've got another mail call. This is from a couple of auctions and claim sales that I did with Future Past Vintage Collectibles, Dave over there. Shout out to Dave, I'll put a link in the description. I mentioned this in my previous video. But yeah, I wanted to take you through what I got. There's an additional book in there as well, which was loose from an eBay purchase. But yes, let's go through this now. But before we get started, make sure to leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think of the videos. Hit that subscribe button and then hit that notification bell for future videos from the channel. And with that, let's get looking into these books. So let's get started. So we'll probably start with the loose book first, and then we'll dig into the Future Past Vintage Collectibles books from Dave. First one, which didn't come in the best packaging, is this Fantastic Four Annual number 11. This is a crossover with the Invaders, so wanted to get this because of my Invaders run. So this, I think there's a follow-up in the Marvel 2-in-1 with the Thing post this issue, but wanted to grab this because this is a fantastic book. From memory, yep, it's John Buscema art, and so I used to have this in an old Marvel annual, I think, back in the UK, and so wanted to really get this in its original format. So super happy to get this in the delivery. So let's move to the next batch of books. So this is the delivery from Future Past Vintage Collectibles. As I mentioned, they have claim sales, I think, every Monday. So really been looking forward to getting these. They've been in the storage locker for a little while. So again, don't know what or remember what exactly I purchased, but let's go through them together. A lot of good packaging here. So they've done a great job in sort of packing this all up, as they always do. And the thing that I love about their auctions is they have, well, their books are very, very well and accurately graded. So it's great to see how and when they turn out. So let's start this off with a bang. So I'll try and get it in the light so it's good for you. So this is a Marvel Team Up. Another one missing from my run in the later issues of Marvel Team Up. This is issue 119. It's near mint, so happy with that. Probably possibly go for grading. So Spider-Man and Gargoyle, so that's a good one. Then next on the list we have Kitty Pryde and Wolverine. This is a near mint plus issue 2. Super happy to get that. Again, I haven't got this, so this will be the first one in my run of Kitty Pryde and Wolverine. So next up is another Kitty Pryde and Wolverine. This is issue number 1. This is a near mint minus. First Ogun, apparently. So again, this is 1 and 2 of Kitty Pryde and Wolverine, so that's great. Then we have an X-Men Annual number 12. I think I already have this, but this is a super high grade copy, so this is near mint. So I'll be adding that to the list. Then we have a Marvel Chillers number 2, Modred the Mystic. This is another near mint book. Again, this is part of the reason why I go to Future Past Vintage Collectibles. They have great high grade books from a lot of bronze issues here. So I always sort of loop in on a Monday streams to see what I can get. So this is another great book to add to the collection. All right, what else do we have? So let's just go and crack open this second lot. Again, beautiful packing. They put it all in amazing packing. So let's just see what we've got. So this is Marvel Chillers number 4, Tigra the WereWoman. This is another near mint book. Again, I may look to grade some of these, and I may do a future video in terms of the submissions that I'm going to put in, but another great book to own and to have. So wonderful, happy with that. Then we've got Marvel Chillers number 5. That with the Still Only 25 Cents logo on the top. Again, near mint, great to have this. Not many near mints out there, so, and again, you'll probably find this in dollar bins all around, but not at this grade, I would imagine. Marvel Chillers number 7 again, another Tigra title, but this time drawn by Jack Kirby cover. This again is another near mint, so great to add to the PC, especially the raw PC. It might grade some of these, especially this one with the Jack Kirby cover, so fantastic. And that also features my favorite of all, the Super Skrull. And then we've got another Kitty Pryde and Wolverine, this time number 3. And this one is a near mint to mint, so this should grade out really well if I submit it. So again, super happy. That's 1, 2 and 3 in that collection now for that book. Then we have a near mint copy of Doctor Who number 1. I just picked this up randomly. I'm not really a massive Doctor Who fan, but love the fact that a little bit of Britain came across into US comic books, so happy to have that in the collection. I think that's it's a Dave Gibbons cover, so yeah, happy to have that in the collection as well, near mint. What else do we have in this list? Let's see. Another one to unwrap. Okay, let's see now. All right. So, I'm missing to book too. So this is, you saw my previous video, I had a 1970s E-Man. This is when he was relaunched in the 80s. This is issue 1, near mint copy. Again, this is probably going to go really well with the E-Man that I've got from the previous lot. So, yep, great to have this book. It's a First Comics rather than Charlton. So he launched originally in Charlton, but then moved to First Comics in the 80s. So nobody seems to be following E-Man at the moment, but again, I'll give it a read and let you know what I think. And then we have a Kitty Pryde and Wolverine number 1. Again, this is another near mint, First Ogun. So this is my second copy. Again, I'm not too sure. Now I've got 2 of these. I might have to put one on a claim sale or put it for sale on the website, but we'll see how we go. Both of these high grade, so may put them for CGC. Then we have a near mint plus copy of X-Men 240 from the Inferno series. I don't have this at the moment, surprisingly, considering I used to own this back in the 80s, 90s when I was collecting when I was a kid or teenager. So this is sort of going back to sort of fill my run of X-Men past the 200s. I sort of fell off around about the sort of 280s era when Chris Claremont left. So again, Chris Claremont version of X-Men, so want to get this in the collection. And then following on from that, we have another near mint. This is 241 in the Inferno storyline for X-Men. So again, another one to fill the run. And then to close us off, we've got 242, the arc, the Inferno arc within the X-Men title. This is the last issue within that arc. So I've got all 3 of these now that go into the PC. So wonderful stuff. Thank you. Next one, let's see what we have. Another last one in this batch. Then we've got another 3 to open. So this is, whoa, now that's nice. Okay, now this is one I've been looking for a long time in super high grade. I'm a big fan and used to collect the Todd McFarlane Hulk run. And my particular favorite issue was this one. Issue 345, beautiful near mint copy with that stunning cover by Todd where he's breaking through the Hulk title. This one is notable because at the end of this, I won't ruin it, but the end of this is a spectacular double page spread and really leaves you wondering where the story is going to go next. Interestingly enough, this then led into the Joe Fixit era, which again I started collecting for a little while, but I fell off unfortunately. But yeah, love this book. Peter David scripting. This was to me one of the pinnacle of this era. Todd drawing the Hulk was just stunning. Who knows? I may submit this for a Todd McFarlane signature at a later date, but this book is one of my absolute favourites, and that cover is just legendary. Then we've got another Marvel Chillers. This is number 3 this time, and this is a near mint. So this is the origin of Tigra within this title here. Let's just get it in the light so you can see it a little bit better. Great book to have. Another one to add to the PC. Then we have a beautiful near mint to mint Longshot number 1. First Art Adams art. Beautiful, beautiful book. Always like this. Already have a few graded, but wanted to get another copy of this, particularly if Art does some more signings like the one he's currently doing in CGC. So this is great. So let's open the other batch that I got through this week. All right, here's another one. Let's see what we've got in this one. The last 2 are slabs, but this is the last raw books for the time being. So let's see what is in this one. Again, there's been some few surprises in there which I'd forgotten I'd purchased, particularly as Marvel Chillers. And again, the dreaded duplicate issue when you get 2 of the same book and you don't realise that you've paid for 2 of those. So we'll see what we do with that duplicate. But let's see what's next on the list. So this is, oh, this is a great one. So this is Doomsday +1. Now, you would probably know from my previous videos, I'm a big fan of early John Byrne art. Now, this is one of those Charlton issues with very early John Byrne art. This is Doomsday +1, which I think he did the pencils. Not sure if he did the scripting, but he certainly did the pencils for the vast majority of this run. You would have seen Doomsday +1 issue 2 in the previous video. I'll leave a link to that at the end of this video so you can sort of double check and click on that, just have a look at what that looks like. But this is a near mint copy, and these are very rare to sort of come up. So very, very happy to get this early John Byrne art in a comic book. So wonderful book to have. Then we have a very fine copy of Giant Size Dracula number 5. Now, again, I think this has this is the first published Marvel art, I think, in terms of a comic book. It's a backup story within this issue. So I wanted to get a copy of this. I've got a rougher copy of this already, but wanted to get a VF to sort of upgrade that one. But yeah, if you're hunting for early John Byrne, this issue's one to look out for. So Giant Size Dracula issue 5. And then we have Alpha Flight 51. So this is a early Jim Lee art. This is a near mint copy. Wanted to grab this obviously because of Jim Lee's art, but I did also buy this book when I was collecting back in the late 80s, early 1990s. So this is a good one to add to the collection. Not particularly a strong story, but the art, as you can see the fledgling art from Jim Lee here. So great book to have, particularly with the history regards Jim Lee. Then we've got, now I think this is the infamous Punch issue from the Justice League run, and this is the only reason why I bought it, is that Punch in Justice League with Batman and Guy Gardner is astounding. One of the best comic book panels ever produced, and very comedic. Beautiful sort of art by Kevin Maguire. So beautiful, and the scripting from Giffen was just amazing. So had to have this. It's a near mint copy, so it may go for grading. Let's see how we go, but just wanted to have it purely for that panel where Batman knocks out Guy Gardner's lights. Another near mint, so this is Avengers 179, and I think you can guess why I wanted this one. It's one of the still only 35 cents variants, so it goes perfectly in my still only 35 cents collection, which I'm going to be, actually one of the goals of 2024, which I didn't mention, was building out an entire run of the still only 35 cents stickers or starbursts on the top out of my collection. I'm going pretty well. This will add to that list, so super happy on that one, and a near mint copy to boot. Whilst on the subject of Avengers, we've got an Avengers 188. So this is near mint minus, so not as great grade as the previous book, but again, this is missing from the PC at the moment, so we'll be adding that to the collection. And then to close us out in terms of the raw books, near mint minus copy of Longshot #2. Now, from memory, I think this could be either the first appearance of Ricochet Rita or potentially Mojo, or if that's issue 3. I'll have to double check, but even so, getting a near mint minus copy of Longshot #2 to go with that near mint copy of Longshot #1, great to have in the collection. Right, so let's open these slabs and see. There's 2 slabs, and again, I sort of press the button on these purely because, and you'll see why when we open them up. Apologies for the noise while I get rid of all the bubble wrap. There's a lot of bubble wrap on these, as you can imagine. So let's probably kick off with this one. It's another. It's a CGC slab, but it's a CGC slab with a difference. It is a Vault of Evil #5, part of the Winnipeg Pedigree. Love that gold label at the top. Issue #6 of Vault of Evil. Reprints early Marvel titles, but it has a brand new cover added to the mix. So very happy to get that in the collection. This is the first proper Pedigree label. I've got a couple of Pedigree books in the collection, but I don't have any with the label. Interestingly, for those who do submit books, if you ever get a Pedigree book signed or witnessed and signed by CGC, you will not get the gold label, unfortunately. I've got 2 books that I had signed earlier this year, and they both came back without this label. So I'll be following up with CGC and see what's the story with that, because it would be great to be able to retain this amazing looking label, but with some form of signature verification on there rather than just the plain old yellow label. But yeah, just a word of warning, if you ever get a Pedigree book signed, you will not get this beautiful gold label. And a 9.2 grade on this. Very happy to have that in the collection. And then to close us out, we've got one more slab to share with you, which, if I can get this packing off sooner rather than later. This again is another Pedigree label. This one is super high grade, and I'm extremely happy to get this, given I am collecting this series. Beautiful, beautiful. Another Winnipeg. This is the perfect book to end on. Winnipeg Pedigree Frankenstein #15, graded at a 9.6. So that, my friends, is a beautiful, beautiful book. Will go perfectly well within my Bronze Age horror runs. I'm collecting all of the sort of Marvel titles I can possibly get. But yeah, my Frankenstein run, having this in there is just stunning. Super happy. 9.6. Couldn't ask for more. And that's it for this show. So as I say, if you can leave a like down below, leave a comment, let us know what you think of the show, let us know what you think of the books, and if you have time, please hit that subscribe button and ring notification bell for future videos. In addition, we do have a live stream that we host every week called the Weekend Watch List. That goes live on Sunday 10 a.m. here on Australian Eastern Standard Time. That translates to evening time in the US, and I think in the UK as well, very late. But yeah, we'd love you to join us on the live stream as well. And with that, hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Don't forget to check out all our other videos. We've got an interview that we just posted with Al Milgram from Baltimore Comic Con, as well as our page-by-page read-throughs. We've got, at the moment, The Incredible Hulk #1, an Amazing Spider-Man #1,